Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. I'm glad to see you over there. Today I am covering the topic of Ayurvedic mind-body constitutions. What else would I be talking about? Of course. Ayurveda is a science of living that is based on ancient knowledge from India. And it is based on nature's elements. And those elements are fire, earth, water, and air. That's not how I usually say them. I usually start with air. Air, fire, earth, and water. I don't know why, that just feels better. Okay, so when those elements of nature manifest in a human body, physical matter, there's a mind-body constitutional type based on physical health, physical countenance, and also conditions of the mind. Have everything to do with your mind-body constitution. Pretty neat. When you are mostly an air type, and we're all full of all the elements all the time, it just depends which element is predominant or which element is out of balance. Because you'll only notice really when you're out of balance, something makes itself known. Like a high pitta type will get a skin rash. That's something very common for out of balance pitta. I can cover that a little later. But we'll start with the air element. And when a person is mostly air, or air is, the dominant element for them, they are called, the name of the mind-body constitution is Vata. Air. Air types are beautiful. They can be very, very quick-witted. They tend to be thin, on the thin side, or can lose weight easily. There's no way to change your mind-body constitution. So if you find things like, I'd rather be that other one instead of the one I am, you really just have to embrace who you are and the qualities you have. Because everybody, I met a girl a long time who was very Vata, and she wanted to be around me almost all the time because she's like, oh, you're so kapha. I want some of that energy. So anyway, Vata types are very quick to move through things like emotional processes. Vatas are either, now this is a generalization, Vatas are either very short or very tall. So it just depends. You have the Pitta people who take up that middle space between very short and very tall. Speaking of Pitta, Pitta is the fire element, but it has a particular quality called damp heat. Pitta, damp heat. Pitta types are usually more medium build, physical build. They can be extremely quick-witted, and they have all the qualities of both positive and negative traits of fire, like the warmth, of a Pitta person. There's nothing like it. And they will also burn you down. if they're left to get out of balance, and especially when there's a surplus of pitta, they may just let it rip, and you don't want to be anywhere near there. They could have a short fuse, is what I'm saying. But they have, because of the fire, the deep underlying fire, their digestion tends to be very good. Like they can pretty much digest anything. Now I'm saying that take that with a grain of salt. I only mean food when I say that, digest almost anything. Whereas, people who, like a Vata person, because there's so much air in their system, they also tend to have a little more gas. Whereas Pitta may not have that problem. Okay? All right. Now the next set. Oh, one thing else I wanted to say about Pitta. If you have a hard time with weather that is hot and humid, that means your Pitta is letting itself be known. Like, I am a miserable person when the weather is hot and humid. I just can't I can't be around other people. I have a hard time, just being with myself. It's not fun. But that is because I have so much Pitta. There's so much damp heat already in my body that to have it sort of coming at me from outside my body is just too much. And it makes me irritable, because that's what Pittas do. All right, the next elements are earth and water. And that is pronounced Kapha. Kapha types are, they tend to be very stable, very reliable. They will get something done, but it might take them longer to get that done versus like the Vata or Pitta types. Speaking as a Kapha person, I can tell you I am more methodical than most people. I will get things done, but I need to have a plan. And Kapha also tends to be a little depressive. They are highly emotional, and but they are the ones that you want holding the other end of your rope. That's a metaphor? Yeah, that I heard a long time ago, and it fits. It fits. So to recap, we have the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha mind-body constitutions. You will be primarily two, like I'm Kapha Pitta. A lot of people I meet through this work are Vata Pitta. Our society values the qualities of Vata and Pitta, especially Pitta. Ambitious, that fire element can give you like a lot of drive and a lot of spark in what you're doing. So it's very interesting. There are foods that each constitutional type can avoid to become out of balance. And there are foods and behaviors and habits that they can adopt to become more balanced. And so during a private reading or something like that, I would get more into the daily habits and eating. The other thing I would mention is that the most helpful thing for all the mind-body constitutions is to be at peace. Find your peace, your inner peace, because then you can be present to what your body needs, and you can treat it with the respect it deserves. That's not too heavy, is it? Next on our list is that I'm going to draw 2 Vedic cards. The Vedic tarot system is similar but different to the Western tarot system. I'm going to shuffle. How are you today? I've had a hard time getting online lately. It bothers me. It really does. Okay, here we go. Magus and the Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh. Magus. I'm not sure that it's pronounced Magus or Magus, but we're just going with Magus today. Beautiful card. Magus. He is the master and key of harmony, and he's the magician in this tarot paradigm. The Ace of Cups. Woo! Oh, that's so nice. The Ace of Cups awakens the soul to its path. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look. The Ace of Cups reminds us that there's always an opportunity for a fresh start. And it brings enthusiasm to your karmic path. That's pretty cool. I'm going to read those again. The Ace of Cups awakens the soul to its path. It reminds us that there's always an opportunity for a fresh start, and it brings enthusiasm to our karmic path. That's worth looking into. That's really nice. And now I'm just gonna shuffle the shadow deck, and I'm just gonna pull one card. Maybe it's related to those cards, or maybe it's something that I can't even imagine right now, but I love shadow work so much. I use shadow cards in every kind of reading that I do. Soul Mirror. See your mirror. Others reflect your own relationship with yourself. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And the light part of the shadow card is healing union with yourself. I have a little saying that I learned while taking a meditation course one time, and that is, since everybody is a mirror for us, everybody's a mirror, everybody's a teacher, we're all students and we're all masters. And what if, in fact, there was nobody out there at all? Like out there, just nobody. It was all us all the time. It kind of is all us all the time. So getting a little heavy. I'm going to call it a day on this reading. I'll be back to discuss more Ayurveda, and I will see you then.